Basic sorts are sorts written in their simplest forms. Let's take some examples. The example continues from number 2 here, this question. So, the question says, express each of the following in basic form. A, root 75. Now, root 75, we first split it into its prime factors. Prime factors are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and so on. So we split 75. We write 75 as a product of its prime factors. So 75. What number will be the first to divide 75? 2 cannot divide 75, so we start with 3. 3 in 75, that's 25. 3 cannot divide 25, so we go to 5 next. We start with 3, then go to 5. 5 in 75, 5 in 25, 5. 5 in 5, 1. So we now pick numbers that are in pairs. For example, these 5 and 5 are in pairs. We multiply them. That's, we are going to write root 75 as root 25 times 3. Can you see what I just did here? I multiplied these two 5s because they are in pairs. So I multiplied the 2 to get 25 and leave 3. Write my 3 beside it. So I can split this into root 25 times root 3. Root 25 is 5. That gives me 5 times root 3. So in the basic form, root 75 is the same thing as 5 root 3. 5 root 3 is the basic form of root 75. Let's take another one. B, root 200. Root 200. 200, I'm going to simplify also by writing it as a product of its prime factors. 2 can start the division of 200. 2 in 200, 100. 2 in 100, 50. 2 in 50, 25. Then 5 next. I can't use 3, I can't use 2 anymore. But I can use 5. 5 in 25, 5. 5 in 5, 1. So, I'm going to multiply all those that are in pairs. 5 times 5 are in pairs. I'll multiply it by 2 times 2. What does that give me? 5 times 5, 25. 25 times 2, 50. 50 times 2, 100. So I'll write root 200 as root 100 times 2. Root 100 times 2 is the same thing as root 100 times root 2. The square root of 100 is 10. 10 times root 2 will give me 10 root 2. So root 200 in the basic form is 10 root 2. Let me skip those in the middle and go to I. Let's do I together. Root 648. Let me go to the next page. I. Root 648. Now, in the simplest form, 648, I'll start my division with 2. 2 here, 324. 2 here, 162. 2 here, 81. 2 cannot divide 81, so I'll use 3. 3 here, 27. 3 here, 9. 3 here, 3. 3 here, 1. So, if I multiply all those that are in pairs, this will give me 3 times 3 times another 3 times 3 times 2 times 2. What do you get when you multiply those numbers? You get 324. So I can write root 648 as square root of 324 times 2 because I'm only left with 2 after multiplying all those that are in pairs. I'm only left with 2. So I'll split this into root 324 times root 2. The square root of 324 is 18. That gives me 18 times root 2 or 18 root 2. So root 648 in the basic form is 18 root 2. You do the rest as your exercise. That's 2C to C, 2C2, okay, let's 2C2 to H, 2C to H. Let me add one more to the example. Let's do J together too. J is root 147. So I have to simplify 147 by writing it as a product of its prime factors. I can't start division of 147 with 3, but I can't start it with 2, but I can start it with 3. 3 in 14, 4, remember 2. 3 in 27, 9. The next number that can divide 49 is 7, 7, 7, 1. So that gives me 7 times 7 are in pairs. So that's 49 times 3. I'll write root 147 as root 49 times 3. What does that give me? I'll separate it into root 49 times root 3. The square root of 49 is what? 7. That means root 147 in the basic form is what? 7 root 3. So you did the exercise yourself.